light snow starting. Resetting fence today for the goats and the IDFs. We're gonna go straight over from the water tank over to that patch. That's a hillside pasture and the goats are there. Then I'm gonna set fence from the top gate over and down. There's some higher stockage and grazing there for them. And so we'll set that up. That's what we're doing today. I gave the Dorpers some more space. You can just see the top of the house there, barely. But it goes out towards the highway over around the dirt pile and then back this way. So they've got some new forage there today. This is part of the fence I constructed for the goats and the does. You can see it goes straight up to that fence. And then up there at the top of the hill, I'll show you the expanded paddock we put up there. But everybody's pretty well full this morning. They go out early and graze. They have their own routine. The goats are down there laying in the wake of the shed out of the wind down below the hill, so sunning themselves. The rams are testing the ewes. A few of them have come back in season. The ones that were bred the first time as soon as we turned the rams in, so most likely they were going out of heat that day. So I think we've had, there's one right there that's been rebred. I think we've had 5 so far. Cracker's chasing one now, but she's not too receptive. Maybe she'll be in tomorrow. But any of these with the blue on the rump have been serviced again. I think there's 5 or 6 of them. That one there's one. That one over there's one. One walking ahead of the red rump one is one. The red rump, those 2 were bred to Lamborghini initially, so they're doing well. Shed's down there, that's where the fence started. It came right up here to post right there. Opened that gate here at the base. This is the hill pasture. There's the gate at the top of the hill. And this is the pasture that we gave them. It goes along the permanent fence here. This goes out to where they're turning the corner. And then here we are at the corner, and you can see the fence goes over to the permanent fence right there. So we've given them this whole area here. Out there next to the fence, there is some longer, there's longer forage here, especially down on this swale here. So they'll eat the really long stuff first, and the goats prefer that. And then they'll come on to this. So, like I said, I am hoping to gain an additional week, and then we can sort these rams off, put all these animals in with the Dorpers, and then we'll fence off that strip by the highway and put them out there. And Lily's been much calmer. I haven't given her a biscuit yet this morning, but she's trailing along. She still barks a little bit, but much better than she was. And she actually came up within a foot of Roger the other day and took her biscuits. So we're very pleased with her progress. And if she doesn't get any better than that, that's a success, because she's not stressed now. Prior to this, she would be tucking her tail. She'd be 30 feet from us and barking all the time. So that was our main goal, is for her to calm down and not be so stressed when we're out here. So we're very pleased with her response. We're up here on the hayfield. There's the new house going up and the dirt pile behind it. So this is the area that I fenced off for the Dorpers. You can see Dylan sitting there, and they're starting to come up to graze. So this should hold them, I'm hoping, a week. We gotta remove the other rams on the 2nd of December, and then our goal is to combine this group with the bred ewes and bred does, and then we'll let them out. We're going to continue. We want to graze all this off, and then there's a section north of the rental house there all the way down to the woods. So our goal will be to fence that off. Once they're combined, we'll have a lot more fencing we can use and make a much larger paddock. So got them out here yesterday, or day before yesterday actually, and I worked on the goats paddock yesterday. Let's see here, and you can see there that taller vegetation. They're eating that off, and actually the dead alfalfa, that's as good as hay. So they're enjoying this, and this helps us not to have to feed any more hay for a while, or feed any hay for a while. Conserves our hay storage for the rest of the winter. The Dorpers have really tamed down. They're all up here, wanting chin scratches, want to nibble on me. Yeah. They chew on your shoestrings and untie your shoes, just like puppy dogs do. So they're all calming down. First it was just 19, 29, 39, and 49. Now everybody's getting into the act. Hopefully they're pregnant, so maybe that's what's part of it. So there's about, I think, 3, maybe 4 that haven't been serviced yet. And we still got another week to go on the first cycle. So then we change the crayon and see if any of them come in the second time. There is what they call the teaser ram effect. When you first turn the ram in, it starts them to cycle. It's not always a fertile heat cycle. So then that's why you leave them in for 2 cycles at least. And that's what's happening with the Ile-de-France ewes. A lot of those were bred right away when the rams were turned in, and I think it was just the teaser ram effect. 21 was being chased today, so she'll probably get bred tonight or tomorrow. And that's one of them right there that haven't been bred yet. And John's showing a little interest in her, so maybe tomorrow. We'll see. Usually I can see the ram show some interest in them, start following them around, and usually the next day is when they're standing heat. So we shall see. Top of her back, she didn't shed that off. Everything else was shed off. I don't know if you can see those long locks over her shoulders there. Yeah. That's the part she didn't shed off. Everything else was shed off and then grew back in. So really pleased with the way they shed this year. This one here didn't shed real well, but that's okay. A lot of times the lambs don't shed the first year. Morning, Heidi. Here's the hay I filled up yesterday. So they worked on it a little bit, but that should last them for a while. Everybody's full, which is the idea. It's a Saturday after Thanksgiving, and we're going to combine the flocks today, pull the 3 wooled rams out, and then we'll put the does and the IDF sheep over there in with the Dorpers, and we're going to leave the Dorper ram in for another about 2 weeks, and then we'll pull him out. And then by combining that, we're moving fence today because they're grazing this down, and we're going to put them in a larger stockpile out by the highway. That'll probably last them 3 days. We've got a little bit over here. That'll last a couple of days. Then we're going to turn them out here one more time, let them graze this down. And that'll be it for the fall season. Changed John's crayon yesterday to green. And there's one green bum. There's a green mark on another one. So he was chasing one yesterday. I think it was 17. Oh, 56. And he's got some marks there. That other one I don't think counts, but we'll just watch. If you notice John's tail, he's got a rubber band on it, and Dylan has had another victim. So Dylan is wearing a training collar, electric training collar, and he'll just continue to wear that because a couple of nights I saw him biting at him. I couldn't correct him, so he has to learn not to do that. We're up here on the north part of the hayfield. There's a rental house. We've come here and over there. You can see where that orange spool is. Roger's over there. That's a lane coming across from the 3-corner field. So we're going to go down along here for probably at least 1.5, maybe 2 strands, and we got another strand that will go over and come back up, so they'll have all this. We have the fence all set up. We actually came diagonally across the field because it's less fence and it won't hurt them to run on that. So we've got everything connected. The fence isn't on yet. This gate is still closed. We have to go up now and sort off the rams, 3 of them, and then vaccinate Cracker and Lamborghini. They've got some boosters on Lepto and Clostridium CDNT. Then we put those 2 and Lambert in with Joel and one of the does and Heidi, and they will stay there. Then we combine the Dorpers and John and the does and the balance of the ewes, and they will be turned out into this area here and be able to graze this. There's the does and the IDFs, the sheep down there. You can see Heidi and Joel. Joel's the black dot and Heidi's the llama beside him. And we'll take them in that little gate down there in the corner, get them up there in the paddock area, sort them off, and then turn them out. Almost dark. We got everybody sorted. The goats and the sheep are having to figure it out. Actually, some of the sheep are probably squaring off a bit too. They'll sort it out. Walking up here to open the gate at the top of the hill for them. Let them have that pasture. Then we'll open this gate again here, leave it open so they can go up for their water. Garrett and Dylan got into a fight, so we got them separated. No serious injuries, but I don't think we can let them together for a while. We'll have to figure it out. We have 37 out here. We have 9 goats and 28 sheep, I believe. Let's see, 10 IDS, 16 Dorpers is 26, 29 and 9, so there's 36 out here. There you go. Here next to the highway section, and all this is higher, so they're grazing that down pretty good. It goes all the way down to those trees right where that car is, comes across right there, and then we go back over to the fence over there. This area here is real green. You can see the difference. Yeah, there's where they were, and this hasn't been grazed yet, so all this over here is for them. Yeah, it won't take them too long to graze this down. I'm going to say probably 3 days, maybe 4 tops. And once we're done with that, we're going to move them up just beyond the run-in shed. We'll let them have the lower part of that pasture there that grew back up, so they'll be grazing between our barn and the permanent fence at the Woodlands and all the way down to the Millers. So thanks for joining us at Norwal Farm. If you haven't already, please subscribe to our channel, hit the like button, that helps our channel, and ring the notification bell. That will give you, let you know when any new videos are updated. So thanks again for joining us at Norwal Farm.